Okay. I'd like to call this meeting to order on this day, Monday, February 22nd. If I could please have a roll call from Clerk Kornecki.
Yes, Trustee Aiello. Trustee Bolfus.
Here.
Trustee Kazone.
Here.
Trustee Case.
Here.
Trustee Taglia.
Here.
Trustee Wagner.
Here.
President Bowinkle.
Here. All please rise for the pledge. I will lead us in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'm going to ask you all to remain standing for one more second. I'm going to have Trustee Taglia lead us in the prayer tonight.
Certainly.
Thank you.
Our Heavenly Father, will thou be pleased to grant that this meeting, thus begun in order, be conducted in peace and closed in harmony. Amen.
Amen. Okay. For those of us joining us tonight, if you don't have an agenda already, it's in the rack on the door coming into the chamber. So make sure you grab an agenda if you don't have one. Item number 3 on the Committee of the Whole is amendments to the Committee of the Whole agenda. Do we have any changes to the Committee of the Whole? Nope. Okay. Moving on then to item number 4, presentation of the Holiday Decorating Awards by the Community Pride Commission. And we have some folks here from the commission tonight and a room full of awardees. So, yes.
Good evening.
Hi.
Diane Blair Sherlock from the Villa Park Community Pride Commission, accompanied by Carol Davis of the same commission. We have many wonderful commissioners on our commission, but we could always use more folks. Just a little shout out on that.
Let's go.
Also, today we're here to present the Holiday Decorating Awards. However, I'd also like to make a couple of plugs. Save the date for April 30th. That's going to be the annual Prairie Path Cleanup. And we are always looking for submissions for the Spirit Award. The Spirit Awards are awards that we give to local residents, organizations, and businesses who give back to the community through good acts and volunteerism. So all year round, we accept applications for that, so feel free to submit applications for the Spirit Awards. The next award we'll be presenting will be a while because that's residential landscaping, but for tonight, we'd like to present our winners. Carol Davis is going to do that.
Okay.
We'd like to thank all of those who really have put into a lot of effort, a lot of energy, lighting up and decking their homes, sharing the holiday joy with everybody in the community. And we'd also like to thank those who took the time to show their appreciation for this by making nominations. The first winner that we have is 326 South Monterey, Tiffany Sikowicz and Susan Matthews. The second winner is for 39 West Madison, the Phillip family. .240 North Harvard Avenue, Patrick and Kevin Whelan. This is being accepted by Frank Kucera because his son-in-law and daughter are out of town. The Orlowski family.
There we go.
Mike, would you like to? Oh.
Come on up.
And that's 138 South Michigan Avenue. Thank you very much.
I heard you did all the work.
Thank you very much.
And you can check out the pictures on the Facebook page.
Okay, and the Facebook is just Community Pride Commission. Okay, on Facebook, that's great. Thank you very much for that. I know it's hard. Every year you have to pick from so many submissions, so.
It is hard because there are so many beautiful homes. And they're all decorated just wonderfully.
They are.
It's always a hard decision to make.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for everything you do. Appreciate it. Thank you again. And to the award winner. Thank you. Okay, moving moving on to item number 5 on the Committee of the Whole. Consider an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, abating the tax hereto levied for the 2015 general obligation bonds, alternate revenue source, 2009A, and taxable general obligation bonds, alternate revenue source, series 2009B. Manager Keener.
Thank you, Mayor. The debt associated with the 2009 Series A and B General Obligation Alternative Revenue Bonds is funded through tax increment financing dollars and the Build American bond payments. There are sufficient resources available to make the required payments for the 2016-2017 fiscal year. Thus, no additional tax money is required to make these payments, and any monies associated with the 2009 Series A and B bond issues can be abated for the 2015 tax levy. Therefore, it is recommended that the Village Board adopt an ordinance to abate the property tax levy connected with the 2009 alternate revenue bonds Series A and B. Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, thank you. Questions and comments from the public in regards to this item? Okay, questions and comments from the board? Trustee Aiello.
I have one.
Sure.
Madam President. In the memorandum we got from Kevin Wachtel, the Finance Director, it indicated that there were other sufficient revenue from primary revenue sources for these bonds, or other sources, should the need arise in the event that we had a problem in the future. The other sources, is the other sources limited to Build America bond payments? What are the other sources?
We'll have him come up to the podium. Kevin Wachtel, our Finance Director. Hi.
Hello. We met with our financial advisor, Manager Keener, and other staff, and we talked about a few different funding scenarios long-term for our TIF 3 bonds, and that's what we're referring to. So there's some ways to structure our existing bonds that would essentially, for this particular year, if we don't have funds available through activity within the TIF, then there is one-time money that might be available for this particular year or for next year. So it's not just the Build America bonds proceeds. That money is being received, and that money is being put towards any debt payments, Build America bonds debt payments, for sure.
So TIF money is one source, Build America money is another source. And the other sources are capitulation on our current debt.
We would look at repackaging our existing debt and rolling that into our long-term funding structure with the road bonds, looking at it overall, looking at the village's overall debt portfolio to potentially, like you said, repackage all of that so that the debt payments village-wide would be consistent, have minimal impact on the taxpayers, but kind of repackage all of that debt with our existing available debt capacity that the village currently has through the non-referendum levy process. We have the ability to issue certain bonds under our non-home rule levy. It's called the debt service extension base. And we can use that, we can issue bonds and pay it back under this levy that the village currently has, and repackage those bonds, put those together, I guess, take a step back and look at all of the village's debt to make sure that all of the village's debt is a level debt service payment over the life of the debt service extension bonds, the road referendum bonds that have already been issued, and the road referendum bonds that have yet to be issued. But look at them holistically so that every year for the next several years there's a level debt service payment impact on the taxpayers.
Does changing the abatement at this time, if we denied this, would it change our ability to do what you're repackaging our bond?
No, but what it would do is it would actually levy property taxes for all the properties in the community.
Right.
So, I mean, the other source of revenue is the existing property that the village owns. If there was an infusion of cash from,
Sure, right.
from a sale
Right.
of property, then we could utilize
Right.
that for the
Okay,
debt
and then
payments.
one last thing, I think, is telling the county that we don't need property tax revenues to pay our debt service an issue for us at all in terms of getting money from the county?
No.
No, because we're just talking about the $625,000 about that was levied when the original bonds were issued. They actually file an ordinance with the county. It levies it throughout the year, for every year of the bonds, which is telling them not to put that on the tax bills this year.
Okay, and I won't overread into that. I was taking that to mean it was not necessarily a good thing to do to tell the county that we didn't need the revenue. Okay.
No, I think this was part of the
I
strategy.
followed
Yeah.
it, yeah, okay, thanks.
Yeah, you good? Okay. Any other questions? Are we good? Okay, roll call vote.
Trustee Bolfus?
Yes.
Trustee Ayello?
Yes.
Trustee Case?
Yes.
Trustee Kazone?
Yes.
Trustee Wagner?
Yes.
Trustee Taglia?
Yes.
President Bullwinkle?
Yes. Item number 6 on the committee of the whole, consider an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, authorizing the sale by public auction of personal property and seized vehicles owned by the village. Manager Keener. There's
Thank
just
you, Your
one.
Honor. There is just one this evening. It's Village Vehicle number 39. It's a 2002 Ford Crown Victoria. And this vehicle was was in the fire department, had been there for a number of years. Now it's rotated to inspections, and now it's time to rotate it out into the community somewhere. We've definitely had our use of this particular vehicle, so it's time to auction it. And then Your Honor and Board, as we always do, will take the proceeds and put it right back into the Equipment Replacement Fund. Thank you.
Fabulous. Okay. Any questions and comments from the public? Okay, seeing none. Questions and comments from the board? No? Okay. Roll call vote.
Okay, Trustee Case?
Yes.
Thank you.
Trustee Kazone?
Yes.
Trustee Wagner?
Yes.
Trustee Taglia?
Yes.
Trustee Ayello?
Yes.
Trustee Bolfus?
Yes.
President Bullwinkle?
Yes. Item number 7 on the committee of the whole, consider resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, authorizing amendment number 1 to the software license agreement between the Village of Villa Park and N. Harris Computer Corporation for its CityView software program in the amount of $60,089. Manager Keener?
Thank you, Your Honor. Staff has completed creation of a master address database and recently implemented a code enforcement tracking system. Phase 2 of this project is adding capability to track permits and inspections under the CityView software. Harris Computer Corporation has submitted a proposal in the base amount of $60,089, which includes the permitting and inspections modules, 5 additional concurrent software licenses, and conversion of the existing permitting database. Costs are to be divided among the corporate, equipment replacement, water, and wastewater funds. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. I don't see any questions and comments from the public because we don't have any public left here tonight. But questions and comments from the board then. Yeah. Trustee Wagner.
Thank you, Madam President. Just an observation. I read over the proposal from CityView, and it looks like it really could, I'm sure will make our staff more productive and efficient, and so it really seems like a good investment to do that. So I'm certainly in favor of this, and that's all I have.
Okay, great. Anybody else? Trustee Bolfus.
I see this is phase 2. How many more phases do we have? Where are we in the process?
Go ahead.
It's a very good question. Director Jaskelis and I discussed this today, and Phase 3 we're taking a look at right now, where we would take the CityView software and make it so that use our Outlook calendar so that folks at home could schedule their inspections, and which would have to be approved by the inspectors when they come in the morning, and also would allow us to accept payments via a portal. So right now we believe there's another phase after this that would allow folks again to schedule their inspections from home at say 3 in the morning and also accept payments among some other advantages. So at least another phase after this. Thank you.
Okay, great. Is that good?
Yeah, that's
Okay. Anybody else? Other questions? I guess the only question I have about this is, and it may not even be applicable, does this software talk with the other software that we've implemented over the last few years? I know we've been trying to get up to at least the new millennium, and we're beyond that now, thankfully. So does it talk with the other staffers that may need access?
Yes, in fact, when we discussed this, and it's been some time now, but since we have created the master address database, that all the departments now access that database. Before, Public Works would have their database,
Right.
Community Development would have a database, Fire Department would have a database. Now they're all using one database. So when you take a look at a parcel through its PIN number, which is a property identification number, or its address, you can pull it up in the master address base, and you can see where fire made notes, public work made notes, maybe even economic development made notes, because the address database is commercial and residential at the same time. So, yes, the software does play nice with the other software.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you. It's certainly more efficient, so, okay. Roll call vote, please.
Trustee Kazone?
Yes.
Trustee Wagner?
Yes.
Trustee Taglia?
Yes.
Trustee Ayello?
Yes.
Trustee Bolfus?
Yes.
Trustee Case?
Yes.
President Bullwinkle?
Yes. Item number 8, consider resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, for improvement by municipality under the Illinois Highway Code motor fuel tax, MFT. Manager Keener.
Thank you, Your Honor. Village staff proposed to utilize the motor fuel tax, otherwise known as MFT, funds to pay for the local share of the Roosevelt Road Sidewalk project. An MFT resolution authorizing $175,400 was passed in 2011. A supplemental resolution authorizing MFT funds to cover the remainder of the local share in the amount of $20,149.37 needs to be submitted to the Illinois Department of Transportation, otherwise known as IDOT. And your board and your honor, this is a closeout. What has happened is that the Roosevelt Road Sidewalk project was constructed in 2012. It just takes this long for IDOT to bill the village its local share. So now we'll be doing the MFT resolution tonight in the 20,000 plus range, and we'll close that out.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Again, seeing nobody from the public here with us now tonight, I'll toss it up to the board. Anybody have any questions? Trustee Ayello.
This is more of a comment.
Okay, sure.
I was on the board in 2011 when we apparently approved the motor fuel tax to do a sidewalk. It was currently my impression that we're supposed to limit MFT funds to road work. Do you recall why we ended up doing a sidewalk with road work money?
Go
I,
ahead.
I was on the board, so I approved it too, so I'm not calling anybody out. Call myself out.
Yeah.
No,
Let's see what the explanation is.
it's under my belief that MFT funds can be used for more than road work, sidewalks. If I'm not mistaken, I think we use some of the MFT funds for our salt dome conversion and other projects as well. It's authorized
So it's
through
okay.
state code, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Infrastructure type things.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else? Trustee Ayello, you good?
No, ma'am, thank you.
Good, okay. Anybody else on the board? No? Okay, roll call vote.
Trustee Wagner?
Yes.
Trustee Taglia?
Yes.
Trustee Ayello?
Yes.
Trustee Bolfus?
Yes.
Trustee Case?
Yes.
Trustee Kazone?
Yes.
President Bullwinkle?
Yes. Item number 9 on the Committee of the Whole, consider a resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, approving a parking license agreement for off-street parking on village property between the Village of Villa Park and UCP Seguin, the leasee of 17 East Park Boulevard in Villa Park, Illinois. Manager Keener?
Thank you, Your Honor. UCP Seguin at 17 East Park Boulevard wishes to park company vehicles on village-owned parcels with the property index numbers of 0610 118 019 and 0610 118 024. A license agreement would be needed to grant UPC Seguin permission for the exclusive parking rights via village-issued parking permits. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Again, seeing nobody from the public here with us tonight now, I'm going to toss it up to the board. Anybody have any questions? Oh, Trustee Gazone.
Just a quick question. Have we talked to them about paying the cost of paving that? It looks like we have to pave that area. Or is this, it's gonna be a public parking since we're just allowing them to be the only ones who park there.
Yeah. We're both looking at Jan Fiel, our Director of Economic Development. Been working hard with this project and
Yeah,
for the
no,
organization.
Been
Good
going well.
evening. Yes, we've
Yeah.
had regular talks with kind of the representative, Laura Anderson, for UCP Seguin. And at this point, their renovation is being funded through a state grant, which wouldn't cover the parking lot. So We've asked for some assistance. They've kind of asked for our assistance in getting the parking lot taken care of. But at this point, they don't have the funds, but maybe we could work out something in long term.
Okay. So you might want to, actually, if I could ask you to stay up here, just in case there's another question requiring. Trustee Wagner.
Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you.
I see that the agreement's revocable if we give them a 15-day notice. What's the term of the agreement? I didn't see any term to the agreement. Is it indefinite or?
Yeah, it's indefinite.
Indefinite, okay.
Which means it can be terminated at any moment.
Good?
And one more question. So it's kind of just a perfunctory thing. We're just asking $10 just to exchange of value to let you use the.
Originally, the UCP Seguin was looking for handicap parking in the front along Park Boulevard, and because of grades, it was unable to accomplish that. So they were looking to have their residents dropped off at the back of the building, and with that, they have extended vans that they need to park overnight for transporting some of the handicap residents, and therefore they need overnight parking for those extended longer vans. So they're asking that they can use our parking to accommodate that.
That's all I had, Madam President.
Okay,
Thank you.
great. Okay. Trustee Aiello.
Just not in the habit of not selling, but letting third parties use our stuff without charging for it. And other businesses are gonna go, well, you allow these guys for $10 to have this space, 5, 6 vehicles. It's not a very large space in any event. It's not very useful to anybody other than that group that's along Park. But why these guys and not somebody else?
Right. This business is in the village already, and we've been trying to find them a home to relocate and expand. So by working with them on the handicap parking, since we're unable to provide the grades due to the central, to the Park Boulevard Road improvements, it's almost working out a solution to help them with the handicap.
So we're trying to keep them in town.
Absolutely.
And we're not able to accommodate their
Handicap
ADA
parking in
needs,
the front.
their handicap needs.
Right.
So this solves that for both of us.
Exactly.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody else can. That's it, thank you, ma'am.
Good. Okay. Anybody else? Good. Okay, Trustee Bolfus.
How many vehicles do they have?
3.
They are parked 3 there? Okay. I just kind of curious.
Yeah. Sounds good. Anybody else? No?
It's okay.
Okay, and it looks like, just to reiterate, that the French Market is using this area now in the back of the building to store equipment, and the arrangement won't change. So what exactly does that mean?
They have like a pod
Yeah.
that they keep their equipment there
Okay.
during their season.
So there's still plenty of room for Seguin to do what they need to do, but also what the French Market needs to do too.
Exactly.
So, okay, good. All right, sounds good. Anybody else before? Okay, thank you. Roll call vote.
Trustee Taglia.
Yes.
Trustee Aiello.
Yes.
Trustee Bolfus.
Yes.
Trustee Case.
Yes.
Trustee Kazone.
Yes.
Trustee Wagner.
Yes?
President Bullwinkle.
Yes. Okay, then we're going to convene to the formal agenda. That was quick. This will be quick too. Okay. Under formal agenda, item number 1 is the village president's report. I just have a couple really quick things. Just a reminder that this Thursday, February 25th at 7 o'clock at Willowbrook High School, we will have a State of the Village address, just a way to update the residents on what occurred last year in 2015. So we'll do a quick overview of that, and then we'll talk about what's ahead for this year, 2016. So it's again at Willowbrook High School in the auditorium on Thursday, February 25th at 7 o'clock. So we hope that you will be able to join us. And then the second thing and final thing on my list tonight is just a quick reminder that we have coffee with the board on Saturday, March 5th, 9 o'clock here at Village Hall. And I'm mentioning it now because our next board meeting isn't until March 14th. So I want to put it out there as a reminder. Okay, and that's all that I have on my list here tonight. So then item number 2 is public comments on agenda items. And since we don't have anybody in the audience from the, I spoke a little too soon, someone just walked in. We are at public comments on agenda items. This is regarding items number 4, which is the consent agenda, so going once, going twice? Okay, I don't see any comments there, so I'm gonna move on then to item number 3, amendments of the agenda. This is for the formal agenda. Does the board have any amendments to the formal agenda? I actually have one, and we can mention it now or later. I'll just do it now. Item number 10, which is going to be exec session. Manager Keener informed me that there is nothing on the docket tonight. Some things have been put on hold. So we will not have exec session. So do I need to ask for an amendment or just?
No.
Okay, just an FYI there. So when we get to that one, I'm gonna skip over it, okay? Just let y'all know, okay? Okay. Item number 4 then is consent agenda. This is A through H. I'm going to just read everything, the headings, just for the record, really quick. A, bill listing dated February 22nd, 2016, in the amount of $1,429,079.15. B, minutes from Village COW meeting for February 8th, 2016. C, minutes from the Village Formal Board meeting for February 8th, 2016. D, first and final reading of an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, abating the tax hereto levied for the 2015 general obligation bonds, alternate revenue source, 2009A, and taxable general obligation bonds, alternate revenue source, series 2009B. E, first and final reading of an ordinance of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, authorizing the sale by public auction of personal property and seized vehicles owned by the village. F, resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, authorizing amendment number 1 to the software license agreement between the Village of Villa Park and N. Harris Computer Corporation for its CityView software program in the amount of $60,089. G, resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, for improvement by municipality under the Illinois Highway Code, motor fuel tax, MFT. H, resolution of the Village of Villa Park, DuPage County, Illinois, approving a parking license agreement for off-street parking on village property between the Village of Villa Park and UCP Seguin, the leasee of 17 East Park Boulevard in Villa Park, Illinois. So do I have a motion on the consent agenda?
Madam President?
Trustee Bolfus.
Motion for the consent agenda.
Yes, thank you for bearing with me on that. Yes, do I have a second?
I actually have a point of information, if that's in order.
Sure, I think so.
Sure.
Yep, yep.
This is just an observation, and this is not meant as a criticism. Just looking at the COW minutes, frequently there is discussion and there's dissenting votes during the COW, and then going forward, a lot of these items are part of the consent agenda. And I would like to suggest a rule possibly that going forward, that when we have issues where there are dissenting votes, that they be shown that way on the COW minutes. My reasoning is that I'd like people to know how I voted, or, I think that, and just in the spirit of transparency and, letting voters know how we vote, I think it would be a good thing to do going forward to show if there's dissenting votes.
Okay.
So that's all I had. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. So, I don't know if we need to
Is
get
that a second?
agreement on that, but I think we're good. I think,
Madam President?
sure.
Second.
Okay, yes.
On the consent agenda, yes, ma'am.
Yes, because we needed a second on the motion. Okay, yes. All right. Thank you for that. And we'll do a roll call vote now.
Okay, Trustee Aiello?
Yes.
Trustee Bolfus?
Yes.
Trustee Kazone?
Yes.
Trustee Case?
Yes.
Trustee Taglia?
Yes.
Trustee Wagner?
Yes.
President Bolingo?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Item number 5 on the formal is public comments on non-agenda items. We have anybody come onto the podium. State your name. Hi.
Hi, my name's Al Stash. I'm here on behalf of the Villa Park Cable Commission. And the reason for me coming here today is just to remind everybody about our programming schedule as it relates to the village board meetings and other meetings that take place, because it's not clear as to how we broadcast those events once they're not live anymore.
Okay.
And first of all, obviously, we're here when the programs for the village board are live at 7:30. But then every day after that, until the next board meeting, it is repeated or rebroadcast at 12 noon. And it's rebroadcast on our Comcast Channel 6, which is Villa Park only, AT&T UVerse Channel 99, which is all of Chicagoland, and on the internet through tvvpstyle.com. And that's just a streaming service on the internet. So you can watch a rebroadcast every day at noon, okay? Secondly, the links for the broadcast the broadcast is put on YouTube on the official invillapark.com website. So if you go to invillapark.com and look at the agenda items, there is a symbol to the right that indicates there is media. That media link means you can click on that and go to the YouTube version of this meeting and watch it anytime you want, anywhere you want, through that link. And the nice thing about the YouTube link is you can skip through the meeting to different points based upon where you think an item is that you're most interested in that timeline. Okay? So in villapark.com, we have a link to everyone, and those take about 48 hours before they can be put on YouTube after this meeting is done. So it's not the next day, but possibly on Wednesday of that week when that meeting takes place. President Bullwinkle mentioned the State of the Village meeting. We will be there to record that, and that will be rebroadcast after Thursday at 7 o'clock. It'll be rebroadcast Friday at 7 p.m. on those channels I mentioned, Channel 6, Channel 99, and on invillapark.com. Okay. And then we will also put it on the YouTube site so it can be watched anywhere in the future. Also, before the meeting takes place on Mondays, Manager Keener comes to our studio and does a preview of the agenda. Once the agenda has been established, he'll preview the agenda and explain each of the items. He actually reads through, like we do in the meetings here, each item, and then gives input as far as what he's familiar with on that item. Okay, so if it's about something that's related to a staff point on the meeting, he will give those details to the public, and they're better informed by watching that what is going to take place on these agenda items before the discussion that you all have. And that is broadcast at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. every day once he completes that recording on a Thursday or Friday the week before. It is also put on the same YouTube site. And by the way, I forgot to mention, when you go to YouTube, if you look for Villa Park board meetings, you'll find all of these listings that I'm telling you about. So the town halls will be there, the manager's agenda, town halls are there, the special meetings are there, the manager's agenda, and all of the links to the village board meetings are on invillapark.com. Okay?
And
great, thank you.
Does anybody have any questions about that before? I've got one question if nobody else does.
I got a question for you.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Go for it.
Can you fix my stuff for my life so that everything works like that?
Oh.
I'm having trouble with my own, so I can't do it.
All favor say aye on that.
But I'll try. Okay.
Okay, just my question is, are there other things that you're replaying on the YouTube channel too? For example, we've had meetings before the meeting. We had a meeting and one of the questions that I've had from some residents that came to a meeting about the flooding issues in a particular part of town. This was for the folks near the Congress, that area on the south side. That was publicized.
You're referring to the
here.
FEMA representative who was here? Yes,
Yes.
we did record that and put that online, yes.
So that is online
Yes.
then and can be found through this
Right.
YouTube
Right.
channel. Okay, and not just that, since I had a question about that, but anything else that we've recorded.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked because I failed to mention that planning and zoning meetings, which are done
That was
once a
gonna be-
month
yes.
on a Thursday, second Thursday of the
Yes.
month. We record or play those live whenever they meet. Because sometimes
Yes.
they don't. They don't have a petition, so we don't have a broadcast. But if they do, then we will rebroadcast the following Friday and then put it on this same Villa Park Board meeting website for everybody to see.
Okay,
Okay?
great.
On the
Okay.
YouTube website.
So anything we tape or broadcast is rebroadcast through this channel then?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We hope to in the future have more commissions that will allow us to record and broadcast their meetings, but that will take more time.
Yes, okay. Well,
Okay.
thank you for that explanation.
Thank you.
Appreciate that very much. Okay. Anybody else? No? Okay. I'm going to move on then to item number 6, Village Clerk's Report. Susanna, thank you.
Well, just a reminder about the early voting locations, just so
our residents, just keep that in mind, February 29 through March 14. And the permanent voting location, which will be through the 14th of March, is actually closest to us is in Yorktown Shopping Mall, the Plaza Shops. And then through March 12th, the closest one to us is also Elmhurst City Hall, and then the Addison Township Office, 401 North Addison. And that's just a reminder, hopefully people are out there voting early and remembering to vote. So thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that reminder. Okay, moving on to the item number 7, Village Trustees Report. I'll start to my right tonight. Trustee Bolfus?
Nothing for me.
Okay, Trustee Taglia?
No report.
Okay, Trustee Case?
No report.
Oh, wow, okay. To my left, Trustee Gazone.
Just one thing, Your Honor. The Partnership for Inspired Education, which is a foundation that supports school districts 4, 45, 48, and 88, is having a fundraiser this Sunday, 2 p.m. at Drury Lane. It's Bye Bye Birdie. It's going to be dinner and silent auctions, and I believe they still have a few tickets left. If anyone is interested, you can go to their website, piefoundation.org. It's piefoundation.org, and tickets are $68 a piece. And it's usually a good time. They put on a nice dinner and show and everything. So.
Nice. You said this Saturday, the 27th?
Sunday.
Sunday.
This Sunday, February 28th.
Okay.
At 2
February
p.m.
Okay. Great. Awesome. Yes. Okay. Wonderful. You good?
I'm good.
Okay. Thank you. Trustee Wagner.
Yeah, just a couple things, Madam President. I just want to let members of the public know that the Environmental Concerns Commission is going to be meeting this coming Thursday, the 25th at 7:15 p.m. Unfortunately, it's a conflict with the State of the Village address, but if folks are interested in that, they could head over after the State of the Village address. Just wanted to mention one thing. A resident approached me to ask me why I had not been attending the last few months of Coffee with the Board, and I just wanted to let folks know who might also have that same question that I'm attending a class on the first Saturday of the month, and so I will not be attending Coffee with the Board as much as I would like to until May. So sorry about that. And then I want to circle back to the item that I mentioned about maybe a change of rule, and I apologize to the clerk for maybe not raising this issue with her. It's not a criticism, but if we can bring this as a rule to the board, I don't know if this is something we need to put on the agenda or not, or
No,
if we
it's
can just do
something,
it.
something the clerk needs to respond to.
Okay.
And I will get back to you.
Okay, perfect. And that's all I have.
Okay. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Trustee Aiello.
Nothing today, thank you.
No, you're good? Okay. Moving on then to Village Manager's Report, item number 8.
Thank you, Your Honor. I just want to
Oh, yeah, I already did.
Okay. So
Didn't
you
I?
get
I
the-
started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
I
can-
went-
we
oh,
can
yeah,
do it
no, no,
again.
no.
Yeah,
I
we
started-
can go around
I'm
the
like,
room.
wait a minute. Yeah, I started to the right. They didn't have anything, so I went to the left, and we had a couple of minutes. Yeah, oh, no, no, no.
You guys
Yep.
smoking.
Yeah, I'm like, boy, if I hope I wasn't falling asleep at the wheel. No. So yes, we got
As I
everybody taken care
distracted
of.
her, I was asking her for where my polling place was.
Oh, no worries.
I'll take the heat
Everybody,
for
yep,
Roseanne
everybody's had a
now.
chance to say something or nothing, so, okay. Okay, now, Village Manager's Report,
I
item
thought I
number
was
8.
off the hook. Your Honor.
Not that easy, are you kidding?
I just want to let everyone know that there'll be some construction occurring on Park Boulevard this weekend, very near and on the Montessori school property. So you may see some activity there and then going forward. So they've started. Wanted to give the board and some residents a little update. So far this winter season, we've had 9 events. We've used 472 tons of salt for approximately 32 inches of snow. And it looks like there's snow planned for Wednesday, somewhere between 4 and 7 inches, and hopefully it melts by Thursday. So, and that's all I have this evening, Your Honor. I pass after that.
But we're not running out of salt. We have plenty of salt. And we've had 32 inches of snow already this season?
And we don't mess around.
Doesn't seem possible. Doesn't seem like we've had that much. I'm a little shocked at the number there.
It adds up quickly.
And just, yes, and since you mentioned snow event, and storm coming on Wednesday, can we quickly review the policy that the village has? 4 more inches on the side streets, neighborhood streets. That's when we'll get to you. But before that, we clear all the main arteries, if you will. So.
Okay.
I guess I kind of do. But is there anything else there that I missed?
No.
Usually I do miss something. So. Is that good?
Yes, that's
Okay,
fantastic,
so
Your Honor.
we will get to you, because I know sometimes hitting those corners, it gets piled up with snow. Just bear with us as we get out there to clear the roads for you, okay? Hopefully it won't be as bad as 7 inches. We'll find out, so. And then just going back to Park Boulevard, if I may, for just a second. The construction on the entire Park Boulevard up to the Montessori school, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah,
But
okay.
for this Saturday,
Yeah.
they're going to be working at the end,
Okay.
next to 83 at the school.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that then. Okay, great. Thank you for that heads up. Okay, item number 9 then, village attorney's report.
No report.
Good, okay. We're gonna skip item number 10, because we're not going into exec session. So then 11 is adjournment. I have a motion to adjourn?
Madam President,
Trustee
I
Gazon.
make a motion, we adjourn.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Trustee Bolfus, okay. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Okay, we are adjourned. Our next meeting is on Monday, March 14th, 2016, 7:30 here at Village Hall. Thanks, Villa Park. Have a good night.